Good evening. What's going on, everybody? We got a wonderful surprise for you tonight, as always. This is like family. Like this is friends that go back in the day. We first met this young lady. Uh, you, if you grew up with her in Queens, then you knew she had the gift at 4 years old. We didn't know that yet, but she started singing at a very early age, maybe four, five, six, somewhere in that ballpark. But she has grown to become one of our most distinctive voices of R&B, a lady who has given us a plethora of songs from house music to R&B and more. And it is a pleasure to be welcome back, my dear friend, who's on a new level. You know, they say everything goes up in the stages to this thing in life. Well, she has definitely taken it to the next stage. It's a pleasure to be welcoming back to the Quiet Storm, Meli'sa Morgan. How you feel, my love? You're looking wonderful.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm well. I'm well. Thank you for asking. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm in Washington, D.C.,
Wow.
and I'm at my cousin's house, so this is really not my place, but I'm glad to be here, and I'm glad to be on your show again, Lenny.
It's
Always,
been a
you're like
long time since we've
family.
seen each other. I haven't
Yes,
seen her in, well, before the pandemic, obviously, we've seen a lot of people, but we're just now starting to catch up with folk.
that's
And
right.
in that downtime that you have been doing your thing, of course, we all had stayed safe. And I'm glad to
Yes,
know that you and your family have been safe. Last year, if I heard correctly, you gave something to the culture. You sang Billie Holiday. No?
Billie Holiday, me? No,
No, you
that
didn't
must
do
have
no
been
Billie Holiday.
Allison.
No,
That
no, it
must be
wasn't Allison.
Allison.
Okay, I
Yeah.
must be not getting enough sleep. But
Okay.
in the downtime that you have been away, you've been doing other things. And
Yes, yes,
one of the
yes. What I did, DJ Cassidy,
yes,
and the thing that he did with bringing back live R&B music, singing to your record, which was like
yeah.
really wonderful. So I did that with him. I toured a lot. I worked a lot. And I just want to say, as an artist, I think I've been pretty smart. I paid my taxes, so when the pandemic hit, I was able to collect unemployment.
Whoa. You're the first person to say that to me.
Yes, as an artist, I was able to collect unemployment until like early this year, and I was like, I don't need it no more. Yeah, yeah, but pay your taxes, artists. And then
Wow.
when something happens, you can collect unemployment.
Yo, you just educated all of us real quick
Yes,
on that. Who would ever thought? No one ever thought that.
that's right. That's
Wow.
right.
So now let me delve a little bit more. Do you pay annually or quarterly?
I pay annually, and
Okay,
sometimes I pay every other year because it's too much, all the
I got you.
receipts and stuff like that. But I have a great accountant. And just speaking of business, I want to talk. I've always had a great accountant. From the time that I sang with Shaka Khan singing
Hmm.
background,
Hmm.
and she docked me for being late one time, and I had to go to her accountant's office and get my money.
No,
He became my accountant. His name is Marvin Zoll, and he helped me with a lot of stuff with my publishing, with getting my money from record companies. And when I was on tour, he would go and do the books and stuff like that to make sure I got paid. Because one time I came off tour and they gave me a check for like $500, and I had been on tour for like 8 months with Freddie
no way.
Jackson and Billy Ocean and stuff. And he actually went in and did the books and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, like, 35, $40,000 appeared out of nowhere.
And Lisa Morgan gave us just the crash course masterclass in
Yes.
handling your business in the
Yes.
music business. If you missed
Yep.
it, go back and look at this
Go
again
back and check
because
your stuff, because after 20 years, you can own your masters, your publishing goes to a whole different level. It's
well,
just
but
great.
Melissa, sometimes people,
I mean,
but
it was sound exchange and yeah, and people sampling your stuff, and it's just amazing. Over $100,000. Yeah,
you gave me a
yeah.
headache. I wish I had
That's
a
why my
drink.
hair is so pretty.
Yeah, I would grow hair
I
if
bought me some new
I
hair
had a check. I would grow hair if I had a check waiting for me for $100,000. I would grow hair.
Yeah.
Melissa
And
Morgan is
that's
with
just
us
the
tonight.
beginning.
Let's
So
go
I
back.
don't, it continues now from here. Every 3 or so months, I get more, I get more, I get more. So yeah, go check your stuff, people. I know we was lackadaisical back in those days. I wasn't, but everybody else, if you was on a label and they're no
Hmm.
longer and you got published and all that, go back and check your stuff and make sure you're getting what you're supposed to get. Because we need it now.
I know I
Yes.
need it. I'm in the wrong
Yes.
part of the business. I should have sang something along the way back in the day. Look,
Yeah.
let's go back. Give me a song. Give me one of your slow jams that you haven't heard in a while that you always love listening to.
Oh my God. Heartbreaking Decisions.
You love that
Yeah, the
song.
song that I did with Freddie Jackson. Yeah, he wrote that actually. We wrote it together.
Wow. Melissa Morgan is back. And you heard me mention a moment ago, and you heard her mention Footprints of an Angel. Tell us what that project is all about and the song.
Oh, Footprints of an Angel was a journey. So I'm sitting home during the pandemic, and someone calls me and says, "I want you to be in a movie." I
Hmm.
says, "A movie? I've always wanted to act." He said, "Yeah, I want you. We want you to play Nana, a mother character for a young lady who she went out in the streets and did drugs and went the wrong way, and that's your
Okay.
daughter. And she comes back and she cleans up her act. And by the time she cleans up her act, she has a son, and then she finds out she has cancer and she dies. Yeah.
No.
And so I play her mother and I play his Nana. And I have to do a gut wrenching scene singing at my own daughter's funeral.
Mm.
Yeah, which was just, that's amazing. We did Amazing Grace. And after I finished shooting, I was like, "Well, do you guys have a theme song for the movie?" And they said, "No." And I said, "I want to do something." And they said, "Okay." So I started thinking, it was a weekend. I'll never forget it. And David Ruffin came on. He
Mm.
came on something on TV, and then I went on YouTube and I watched David Ruffin that whole weekend. His whole story about his drug thing,
Wow.
how he came into Temptations and they fired him. You know, he couldn't get his act together, and then he
Yep.
did it solo. But just the rawness in his voice, the emotion, it that's how I sing as a female.
Yes.
It's like, I always said that I don't really listen to many female singers besides Patti LaBelle. I listen to male singers because it seems like they have more emotion when they sing than females do. Females
Interesting.
are trying to look cute. I'm not trying to look cute when
Because
I'm
you're cute.
singing.
Because you know
You
you're
know,
cute. I got
yeah.
you. Okay.
When I'm singing, I'm not trying to look cute. When I'm singing, I'm looking cute.
There's a
So
difference. I
I
get it.
listened to David Ruffin, and then I said, "Okay, I want something like David Ruffin, but we need to go back. We need to go back and find that right song, because something new is not going to do it. The music, something new is not going to
Mm.
do it." And Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell came on after David Ruffin on YouTube.
Hmm. Interesting.
And I said, "That's it." I didn't want the whole song. All I wanted was the beginning. Dun, 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 dun,
Oh.
dun, dun. That's all I wanted. And I said, "Okay, I need that sample." So my fiance, Sebastian, he does samples.
No
So
way.
he came in and he said, "No, we need to get something else." He tried to put something else on. I said, "I don't want that. All I need is the beginning. All I need is the beginning." So we tried the sample that he wanted. At first, it didn't work. And then he said, "Okay, I'm going to give you what you want." And when we put that sample together, it became a whole song.
So
And we wrote to that, and we just fell in love with it. Went in the studio with DeVern Williams, who was my musical director on tour, and he has a studio and he recorded them vocals and did everything. And then I said, "Okay, now I got to get approval for the sample."
now who did but wait, but here's an interesting question though, because now who that Marvin Gaye Tammy Terrell song was that done by Nick Ashford, Valerie Simpson?
Yes, yes.
Oh,
So
well, they're
now
good
I
friends.
gotta get yes. So now I gotta get approval for that sample. Well, thank God I got friends, right?
Yeah, thank God.
So we went, Deidre Tate. Deidre Tate, you know Deidre. I
I know
called Deidre
Deidre.
because I always call Deidre.
She's a
When
renowned
Mary
record
J
executive,
sampled
y'all.
my music and my voice was in it, I called Deidre. I said, "Deidre, my Mary J sampled my thing. Ain't I supposed to get some money?" She said, "No, only if you wrote it." I said, "I wrote it." She said, "Girl, you got some money coming in." So I called Deidre. I said, "Deidre, I got this sample. Ain't nothing like the real thing. I need to get it clear." She said, "Oh, you got to call my girl, Demonica, blah, 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 in California. She'll help me." And we called. And then we got Sony, and Sony
Wow.
wanted this. I want 8,000 and 75% of the music and blah 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 and all the streaming and da da da. I said, nah, I need to talk to Valerie. I
Yep.
need my friend Valerie.
Valerie
I need to
Simpson.
talk to
Yeah.
Valerie because this is a 50-50 split. I need to talk to, ain't nobody got no money for all of that administration and all that. I need to talk to Valerie. And they told Sony, they said, no, you got to send this to Valerie from Meli'sa. She doesn't want you guys in. She wants Valerie to say what needs to happen. And
Right.
they sent it to Valerie, and she cried. And she said, give her what she wants.
Oh, that's so
And
sweet.
that's what happened.
That's a
And it
blessing.
took a year and a half for us to get that sample.
What
Yeah.
was that sample? The name of that song by Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell.
Ain't nothing like the real thing.
And you just
Yeah.
wanted a piece of it.
I just wanted a piece of it. And that's what we did. We got that loop and he put, more music to it, because it comes in and out. And we wrote that song and it took us a year and a half. We're going on 2 years
Wow.
holding on to that song. And so
Well,
we finally got it. And I was like, okay, well, let's see if Cleopatra are releasing blah, blah, blah. And it was Deidre Tate that said, you can release that yourself on your own label independently. And that's what we did. So it's on Asylum Productions, my label. And thank you for that $100,000 because it helped.
I know
So,
that's
because
right.
we had to get all clearance, copyright, sound right, this, sound recording, da, da, Bebo, Bida, da, 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 and everybody was like, yeah, we can do this, but it costs this. Yeah, we can do this, but it costs that. Yeah, we can do this, but it costs this. Yeah, we can do this, but it costs that. So, and we was just like, okay, give him the check, give him the check, give him the check. And it
Ah,
came out Friday worldwide, and now we're going for radio, and it's doing really good. Yeah.
well, speaking of radio, we need to Quiet Storm world premiere this song tonight. It's
Yes.
called Footprints of an Angel from the forthcoming movie. When does the movie come out?
This summer. This summer. The
Okay.
trailer should be out by June, and the movie should be out by July. Yep.
Look, when it comes to samples and Meli'sa Morgan, who better than her? Because
Yeah.
we're going to learn about the story. If you don't know about the
Yeah,
story
I can
about
do a
Do Me
cover
Baby,
song. You know that. I can
yo,
do
I
a
know
cover
that.
song.
She
Yeah.
took the cover song. She more than did it. She took the cover song from Prince. But we're going to talk about that in just a moment.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
so look, great song. That was a more interesting story. Ain't nothing like the real thing was the sample in the song. I could not.
Yes.
I was listening to that song. I was like, I know this sample. I know this. I couldn't think of it. I
You
could
can,
not
and you
think.
can because of the way we did it. It just flows. But it's one of them things that it flows. I heard this
Right.
before.
Right.
I
Yeah.
heard this before. You know
And,
what I'm saying? Yeah. And then when we put that new spin on it, you know what I'm saying? With the new melody, it's like, this is good. But yeah, it's like I've been here before.
yeah.
And it talks about dealing with loved ones passing, but not in a bad way. It deals with like you're gonna hurt. And you can't believe that they're gone and that you're here without them, but it's okay because they walking with you, they talking with you,
You
they
know,
always
Melissa,
gonna
I
be
think we
with
get
you.
to that stage.
Yes.
Losing my mom, it was hard to see that and
Oh
understand
God,
that
I know you loved
immediately.
your mom.
But
Yeah,
getting it's a growing process. I don't think you never get over it. You learn how to cope with it.
that's right. I
You
lost
learn how to
my
grow
dad.
with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in the video, my dad and my mom's pictures are in the video. And
Oh,
I did that on purpose because they've been walking with me and talking with me, and they're my footprints of an angel. So,
yeah.
it's just a way to help you. Because most songs in R&B, they talk about love, but they talk about you left me, you did me wrong, I love you till in the earth,
Right.
or I caught you sleeping with someone else. But we never deal with losing someone we love for real.
Yeah. Well,
And this is for real.
I
Yes.
no doubt, and needless to say, this song probably will become a benchmark and a very significant song in a lot of people's lives once they really get it and understand it and see this movie that you're in. But you said something a moment ago. You said that you really haven't delved into acting, but you always wanted to do it. But I beg to differ because when you were doing the videos back in the day, it was a soft side of
Yeah.
acting. So you
Yeah.
knew about it. You knew how to act because
Yeah.
emotionally, you've always sang from the heart. You started out in church like so many others,
Yes.
singing, and then you
Yeah.
started at such a young age. So emotionally, you talk about the emotions of a song. Who better than you to bring out
Oh,
the emotions of a song? When you sing, ladies and gentlemen, when she sings "Do Me, Baby," You would have thought she was the first and only person that sang that song. I
Yeah.
bet you don't know if you don't know the history. "Do Me Baby" was originally done by Prince,
Yes.
and that was another big thing because you and Prince had a friendship,
Yes, we did. Yeah.
and and go ahead.
Yeah, he always thanked me for that song. He always said, "Thank you for a great song." And it was like, "No, it was your song." He said, "Yeah, it was my song, but you made it great." Because before then they really didn't know the song. And the president of Capitol at that time, he got that song and held on to it for 2 years until it was like, if you don't get somebody to sing it, we're gonna release it. And
Wow.
because you he had to pay to hold it,
Oh,
for nobody else to do it. And that's when I signed with Hush Productions, Melba, and all those good people. And he was like, "Okay, well, we're gonna sign Meli'sa Morgan." And he didn't even know who I was. He was like, "If she's an R&B singer, she's got to do this song. This is going to be the song that we're going to release on her." So I didn't have no say so in it at all. And at that time, I was like, what, 18 and a half, 19 years old. It's like,
wow.
oh man, I got to go and tell my dad that my first song is going to be "Do Me
"Do
Baby."
Me Baby." And let me tell you, when you hear that song, you would definitely want something to happen upon her singing this song. Look, "Do Me Baby." I'm glad he said that. I'm glad Prince shared that with you because Brenda Russell told me she made originally "If Only for One Night" first.
Oh,
But when Luther came
yes.
and did that song over again, bada
Yes.
beam, bada boom, it took it to a whole new level. Same thing what Prince shared
Yeah,
with you.
yeah. And it's so weird because you would think "Do Me Baby" is huge over here. And they love it over in Europe and stuff like that. But the biggest song that is like an anthem. My song is like a Bruno Mars song. That's the level
The
of
status, yeah.
how big it is over there. "Fool's Paradise" is like a Bruno Mars song in Europe. Can
What?
you believe that? Yeah,
Well,
it's that huge. It's like an anthem. It's like
so for any,
everybody in Europe knows that song, especially in London, UK. Every single person, white, black, Chinese, that, but every single person knows it. It was like a number one song over there, like huge. Yeah,
wow. You
yeah.
know, I know you're working on after this movie comes out, you'll probably be doing more movies after this because you've already gotten bitten by the bug. But in addition to that, I know you're going to do more music. I've noticed over the years you haven't done a lot of duets. Like there was two male singers that come to mind. You mentioned Freddie just a moment ago, and I
Uh
remember
huh.
Kashif.
Hmm.
But have you ever thought about doing some other things, like some other duets
Um,
with male singers?
with male singers, if I did a duet, I like Joe.
Hmm.
Yeah, I like Joe, and I like Kevon Edmond.
Ah, yeah, he has a
Yeah,
range too. He has a range.
yeah, I love Kevon Edmond. Yeah, if I did that, and you know what? Believe it or not, I like Therese.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
that's
like
the
Therese. Yeah,
Okay. All right.
Therese is real.
We're gonna
Therese,
make
not
we gotta make
Tank.
something happen. Okay.
Yeah, Therese and Tank. I like both of them. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Hey, hey, something's gonna happen at some point. I'm
yeah.
gonna try to be that bridge to connect it because
Oh,
that would be a
that'll be
wonderful,
nice.
that would be a nice
Yeah,
situation for real.
yeah.
I am so happy for you though, where
Oh,
where
thank
you have
you.
grown, what you have done. Like you've come a long way from Shades of Love. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Oh God, body to
Look,
body.
body to body. Look,
But
you got to look at this woman's history. Just don't look at Meli'sa Morgan. You got to look at the other things. I didn't realize there's a huge song, and it escapes me at the moment, but you know it is a house song that you made that's
oh,
huge in New
"Still in
Jersey.
Love."
My God, if you
Still.
hear that song today
Don't
in
you
the
know?
clubs,
Don't, don't,
oh,
don't, still
Jersey
in
rocks
love.
out. Shout out to everybody listening to
Still,
WBLS tonight.
still.
It's so great to see you.
You too.
The movie is coming out this summer called Footprints of an Angel. You
Yes,
have written the title track to
yes,
the movie. So we
yes,
can't wait. Everyone should go on YouTube to check out the video because the video is
yes.
very
Check
deep.
out the video. It's everywhere. It's on iTunes, Apple. And that's the first time I've ever seen that. I didn't even know they did that. We did a really good partnership with Vita. And so I'm getting my own Vivo channel. And
Oh,
let
wow.
me tell you, this is new for me. So we had to figure out how to do this. And you know who I went and looked to see how they did it? I went to Adele's page.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, because I was like, well, let me see how she did. She's the number one artist. That's the thing that I have to tell artists and everything. You can't listen to everybody. Oh, sometimes you got to get down and say, okay, who's doing what, and who's doing it the best.
Mm,
You know what I'm
mm.
saying? And that's what we said. I said, who's doing it the best? They said, Adele is doing it. Adele is it. Adele is here. I said, so well then let's go on Adele's page and see how she does. Adele did a video clip like 5 days before her video came out. So I want a clip.
I know
A
that's right.
clip. You know what I'm
you
saying?
don't you don't have to you have to reinvent the wheel. Just
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
take the
Adele
idea.
Adele has her own Vivo channel, which I want a Vivo channel then for for the video. We getting a Vivo channel next week. So it's just go with who. Look and see who's doing the best. Look what Bruno Mars is doing. Look what Adele is doing. You know what I'm saying? Look what the best people are doing, and take that and use it to be the best that you can be. Yeah.
Look, that's going to cap up our masterclass with me, Lisa Morgan, tonight. That is a wonderful suggestion, advice that you can give anybody, whether they're pursuing music or
Yes.
anything in life. Look
Yes.
at who has walked before you, or look who is doing it to a level of excellence that you want to get to, and
Yes.
then following that foot in that path. I
That's
get
right.
it. Look,
Yes. Oh,
Melissa, this has been a wonderful conversation, and I thank you. I got nothing but loves and hugs and kisses for you too. Thank you so much, baby, for your love.
yeah.
Can't wait to see you in concert. I know you said you've been
Yes.
touring last year, but
Yes.
where are do you have any dates coming up that we need
Yes.
to know about?
I have something in June in Brooklyn for autism. I have something coming up with who's it? Uh, um, uh, Life Jennings
Oh, good.
and Full Force in I think it's July. And I have something in Queens coming up, the Springfield Garden family reunion in the park. And guess who's going to be there? Oh, what's my girl? M- M- Malira. That's it. Yeah. Is that her?
Malaya, go
Yeah.
outside in the rain.
Yes. She's going
Wow,
to be. Yes. Yes.
that's
Malira.
been a long time
Oh,
since she's been out.
you should come to that.
I
You should be
definitely.
the host. You should be the host. Yes.
You
Yes.
talk to whoever you got to talk to. Make it
Okay.
happen. I'll be there.
Okay. Okay. Go on my page, Meli'sa Morgan. Instagram, just one S and one L, and I'll pop up.
I know that's
Facebook,
right.
all that, my fan page. Go and you see all of that. And join my YouTube and watch the video. Let's support. Join. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe.
That's
Yes.
right.
Yes.
Melissa Morgan, thank you, baby, for your time.
Oh,
Please give my
thank
regards to the family and
I
to
will.
Sebastian, your
This is what
fiance.
they do. It's
Everybody's having a great time
don't
conversating, I know.
be
But
quiet.
before the year's out, we hope to see you in concert somewhere in the country, for real.
Yes, you will. You will. I
You be
promise.
safe, you be well.
You too.